Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Professional English class. This is the material for week 5, which is creating a professional video resume. You have already created your printed resume, and then now we're going to create a video with the duration of 1 to 2 minutes maximum to summarize our resume, and the content later will be quite similar to the content of the cover letter, but with a little bit of adjustment because before it is in a written form and now it is in a speaking form, which is a little bit uh, less formal than the printed ones. So first, we're going to look at the definition of a professional video resume, what it contains. And then, secondly, why students create that. And then, three characteristics. We're going to look into the key features of this professional video resume, as well as the tips and procedures for you to create this, including the required editing and visual or audio effects. So, by definition, a professional video resume is a short video with the duration of 1 to 2 minutes created by a job applicant to highlight three important things. The first one is skills, soft skills or hard skills, qualifications, both academic and non academic, and experiences, including work experiences, organizational experiences, research experiences, anything that are relevant to the position you're applying for. It serves as a supplement to the traditional written resume. It means that it is supplementary. It means that the written CV is a must. So when you create this video resume and then you send this to your future employer, it means that you still need to include your written resume. Okay, so this is supplementary. So now let's go to the key features. The first one is the introduction. The introduction in here starts with a personal greeting. Okay, we don't say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening because we never know when that person is going to watch our video. Instead, as simple as saying hi or hello would be uh, um, the most suitable one for this purpose. You start with a brief introduction stating your name and the position you're applying for. So it's like, hello, my name is blah, blah, blah. I'm applying for blah, blah, blah position at blah, blah, blah company or at this company or at your company. Okay. So please practice saying that fluently, but not fast. Okay. Because when we are speaking in a video, it tends to be a bit slower than our normal speaking speed. Yeah. So you might want to pause before your name or after your name to highlight several information. For example, hello, my name is Disa Evawani Lestari. I'm applying for blah 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 position at blah 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 company. Okay. The tendency is that everybody tends to speak fast when they mention their names. Maybe because you are so familiar with your name, so you tend to speed up when you mention your names. But please avoid that. Okay, I know this happens a lot. Hello, my name is Disa Evawani Lestari, and then go with that speed. Yeah, we are familiar with our own names, but others are not. Make sure that they can catch what your name is. Secondly, professional summary. In here, you need to provide a concise summary of your professional background, including your education, relevant experiences, and career objectives. Okay, so you might want to say, I'm currently enrolled in blah 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 study program with blah 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 as the concentration. Okay, start with your education study program, and then add what you learn in that study program, the knowledge you have, and also the skills you have. If you still remember the content of your cover letter, this is the content of your second paragraph. Yeah. At Business Administration Study Program, I learned how to XXX, YYY, and Z. Okay. I also develop my skills in blah, 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 A, B, C. Okay. So you talk about that professional summary. And then also highlight what makes you unique and why you are a strong candidate for the position compared to the other applicants from study programs from different universities. What is your unique selling point? Okay. You might want to say, uh, being used to communicating in English could be your selling point that applicants from the other universities might not have. Or maybe something else. Okay, think about your unique selling point that makes you stand out compared to the other applicants from different universities or even from applicants from the same university. And then thirdly, you talk about your experience and achievements. Yeah. I told you before that you need to talk a little bit about your work experiences if you have any, organizational experiences. Okay. How to do that? First, you mention the company or the organization's name. Secondly, the position. And then thirdly, the job descriptions, okay, or what you are responsible for in that organization and or how you contributed in that organization or company. You might also want to add your achievements, okay? Maybe become the representatives of something, or become a speaker at something, or moderator at something, or you created a design for something. Okay, so what are the key achievements when you join that organization or when you work as a part-timer, for example? Okay, you might want to say, um, during my part-time job in XXX company, I successfully increased sales, for example, or I successfully increased customer satisfaction. Okay, what are the key achievements uh, while you are in that organization or that company? Point 3, 4, and 5 in the next slide are quite the same. I mean, we can combine them into one section. Okay, let me go to this. Sorry. Okay, this one. So when you talk about the third one, experience and achievements, as well as skills and qualifications and personal attributes, we often do this in one section. So when you talk about your organizational experiences, for example, you talk about your contribution there, right? It means that you talk about the skills you implemented or the qualifications with also the personal attributes. Okay, how you accomplish that project, maybe with leadership skills or with creativity or with adaptability. So I would say that when you're talking about your experiences, don't forget to include what are the skills, information about what are the skills being involved when you do that role in that particular organization or company, and what are the personal attributes that contribute to the success in that company or organization. Lastly, you might want to close with a call to action. Okay. What are the next steps? Okay. Conclude your video maybe by saying you are looking forward to the interview, or uh, they are interested in reading your written resume, or so they read the details on your resume, or they want to contact you on WhatsApp or on email. Okay, so you mention at what number, or at what email they can contact you. Okay, so close it with that, because it's in the form of a video. You don't need to orally uh, mention your phone number like 0812 blah blah blah. Nobody will remember that. Instead, you can use a visual effect. Okay, while you are saying mentioning your phone number, maybe there is a pop-up text appearing on the screen that show your phone number, and then email address. Okay, another text pops up on the screen to show your email address, as the example that I will show you later. Now, these are the elements to consider when we create the video resume. First is the visual and audio quality. So make sure that your video is high quality video. So it is recorded in high resolution with clear audio. If you want, in fact, some students like to create their video resume in the lobby of President University with the President University as the background. But the challenge is you might see people during the recording, and then you might get distracted. So maybe you can choose the time when it is not so crowded. Or for better lighting, I guess it is good to have natural lighting, yeah, from the sun. So maybe at the near the parking space, you might want to do it there. But the potential problem is you might record the wind noise later in the video, yeah, in the audio, I mean. Okay, so you decide which one is the best for you. So our visual and audio quality is good. Next, engaging delivery. So talk with confidence and clarity. What it means by clarity is that you speak fluently but not too fast. I would say relatively slower than normal speaking. Okay, so talk in a moderate pace, and then maintain good posture and eye contact. Okay, of course, you're gonna look at the camera, you maintain eye contact, and also you try to maybe use hand gesture or body language to emphasize some information, and show enthusiasm and passion for the role and the industry. Okay, don't forget to include information about why you're interested in that position, or what are the company's value that you admire, or that you love the most. Thirdly, professional appearance. uh, wear appropriate attire. So for now, I suggest that you are wearing your university jacket, President University jacket. Okay, dress professionally, and then, if possible, put makeup. Okay, appropriate makeup. I mean, this is for professional setting. Okay, so we look neat and professional and well prepared. And then also, make sure that you have neat background. Okay, choose a clean, uncluttered background to avoid distractions. Fourth, the fourth point is editing and review. Okay, you cannot, if you cannot speak in one go, maybe talking for 1 to 2 minutes is a lot to you, well, don't worry about that. You can split this information into maybe 4 sections, yeah, just like the division that I already gave you. First is the introduction, and then professional summary, and then thirdly, you combine experience, achievement, skills, qualifications, personal attributes into one section, and then the closing or the call to action into one section. So overall, you have four. In total, you have 4 sections. So you may include smooth transitions. You may include transitions and then some audio effects, as long as it still looks professional. And then we try to make it error-free. So grammatical mistakes, pronunciation mistakes, okay, or spelling mistakes, pop-up text on your video, make sure that they are error-free, yeah, because it shows how well prepared we are in our documents. So the steps, so here are the steps for you to prepare your video resume. The first one is plan and script. Okay, create or write the script. I'm going to show you the sample later, starting from the outline and the sentences in the form of full sentences. Secondly, keep it short. Okay, the duration is between 1 to 2 minutes only. 3, uh, professional appearance, okay, dress appropriately, and then tidy background, and then good quality of the video. Now I'm going to show you some samples of the video, okay. So first, maybe you can start with the example from President University, you're senior at President University. Example 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go backwards. So if you want, you can pause now here and then play video 3, example 3, example 2, and example 1. All right, after you're done watching those 3 videos, we can see that example 3 has the subtitle for the full sentences. Yeah? Every single word mentioned by the speaker. However, in example 1 and 2, it is not for full sentences. Yeah, it is only the highlighting the important information only. So the popping up text is only to highlight your name, where you graduated from, what your study program is. Okay, only highlighting important information. So you decide which one do you want to do. Is it highlighting the important parts only, or you do a subtitle for uh, every single word that you will say in your video? And then we can also see that in example 3, it is very creative with some sound effects and visual effects. Yeah? Well, it has something to do with the study program because that student is from visual communication design. So adding some characteristics about your study program is a good point. Yeah. So if you are from creative industry, then you don't want to create a video resume that is too formal. Or if you are in a formal industry, you don't want to create a video which is too creative or with a lot of visual or sound effects. Okay, so please customize it with the style of your study program. Here is the sample of the video script from example 3. So it starts with the introduction, background and interest, educational, technical, soft skills, and closing. Okay, so first to start with, please create your video script, starting with the outline, your name, position you're applying for, and then the company you're applying for. And then after that, your passion, and then your background, okay, the things you learn at the university, okay, and then your education, both knowledge and skills, and then the technical skills, soft skills, and closing. Okay, as you can see, the one on the right side in here are the outlines, and then we can see in the middle in here the elaboration of this outline, okay, in full sentences. So this will be your assignment for today, which is creating the video script for your video resume. Thank you, everyone. I think that's all for today's meeting. If you have any questions, you can ask me questions in our WhatsApp group. Okay. Please upload the video script into eCampus. Make sure that you don't miss the deadline. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day.